The Defeat of the Green-Eyed Serpent by Paul McCann. Jaffa the Dream Merchant lived high on a hill. His hut overlooked all the land of Nod. Not that Jaffa ever got the chance to admire the view. He was much too busy. Every day trucks came and went from Jaffa's place, bringing boxes of his sleepwear to everyone in the land of Nod. Jaffa had perfected the colour schemes that brought sweet and peaceful dreams to all those who wore his dream clothes. Jaffa never shared the secret of how he mixed up the colours and dyes. Dreams were big businesses now, and Jaffa's nightwear were in constant demand. One evening Jaffa had placed the last of his garments into boxes and left them stacked up out the front for Tom to pick up. Tom had some trouble on the road with his truck and was running a little bit late. When Jaffa heard the knock upon the door, he thought that it was Tom, and when he opened it up, it was too late to do anything. The green-eyed serpent from Caverock had coiled itself around and around Jaffa and slithered away down the road into the yellow sea. When Tom finally got to Jaffa's place, he was just in time to see the serpent with Jaffa in his grip and slide into the sea and make its way to Caverock. Right away, Tom went into the town centre and called for a meeting at the village green. All the people of Nod gathered there and listened to what Tom had to say. When he told them about what he had seen and how they had to rescue Jaffa, some of the Nod folk were not really sure of what to do.
Don't worry, said Tom. I have a plan.
Thing is, Tom, we have our families to think of.
Don't be like that, said Tom. Jaffa has worked hard all his life to bring you and your family dreams and peaceful sleeps. The least we could do for him is to show him we care too. Come on, who is coming with me across the yellow sea? Show your courage now and raise your hands.
A tiny voice broke the silence. The ferry has been sunk. Tom, how can we cross the sea? Said Olak.
Some of us can swim. It's not that far to Caverock,
replied Tom. There was tension in the air. Tom looked around at all the faces filled with fear. He took out a scrap of Jaffa's magic cloth and lit it before them. The flames rushed from the cloth.
Listen, the serpent can't stand fire. All we have to do is to dig a big hole and fill it with wood and draw the serpent to it and throw it the torches into the pit. It'll work, I know it. But I can't do it alone. Now, who will help?
I have a boat, said Torah.
Me too,
said Rai.
Right then, what are we waiting for? Let's go,
said Tom. The two boats were carried from their sheds near the water, and a group of men from Nod loaded in some spades and other tools. With a last look at their loved ones, the men got in and started to paddle. With a last and a short stretch of the arms, they reached Caverock. They tied up the boats and stood there on the sand.
Well, now, Tom, what do we do?
Asked Nafi.
Well, follow me,
said Tom. He led them from the sand to a grassy place near the entrance to the green-eyed serpent's cave. Everyone there started digging. The hole
has to be wide and deep. Then we have to fill it with kindle and firewood and place over the top a blanket of long palms and scrub leaves. Make the blanket as natural as possible to hide the hole. I'll start cutting down some branches and tying scraps of cloth dipped in paraffin, and we can put these. They will be our torches. And the rest of the paraffin must be thrown into the pit.
A few hours passed, and the work was finished. Now it was time for action.
I'm going into the cave now to draw the serpent out, and when he comes after me, I'm going to run this way, and I'll jump over the hole. If the serpent follows and falls into the pit, light your torches and throw them in. So make yourselves invisible now.
Tom went up to the cave and started to call the serpent's name and mocked him.
Hey, cross-eyes! What's happening? Has the fork in your tongue got something stuck? Come on, yellow belly. Are you a snake or a chicken?
Tom began to bang and with his hammer on a hollow bamboo trunk, and the pitch of that noise was enough to bring out the green-eyed serpent, who went after Tom. Over rocks and craggy edges, Tom ran like the wind with the serpent behind. When Tom reached the place where the trap was, he took a huge leap over the blanket as the snake can't jump and fell into the hole. And all the men from Nod rushed to throw their lit torches, and one by one the pit was aflame, and the flames engulfed the serpent, who was cooked like a dinner in an instant. Everyone danced and sang. The victory was sweet. Tom went back into the cave and found Jaffa, who seemed to be tied up or in the tangles of a strange web-like material. Jaffa was so happy to see everyone. As they were cutting away the ties that bound him, Jaffa said, "Oh, the green-eyed serpent wanted me to make him a suit of colours that would bring him to dreams from the children of Nod."
Hi. Don't worry, Jaffa. The serpent's dead now. So come on, let's get home,
said Tom. Jaffa wiped away the tears from his eyes, and he said, "I'm so grateful that you rescued me, that I will make you all a promise. You and your families will never have to pay for any garments that I make." The dream merchant lived a long, long time, and he passed on the secret magic of how he made his dream colours. Now, in Nod, and even as far away as Fairyland, they are spinning yarns and yarns of material which, after they have been soaked in Jaffa's dream colours, are sent out all over the world. Everyone now is able to share a special dream because of the brave men from the land of Nod. The end.